First off, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to those apostles and elders from Great Millstone who teach and rule well. A lot of respect to you brothers out there on the highways and byways, preaching this truth around the four corners of the earth. And salutations to the hopeful elect that you guys may be sealed soon. And with that, this your brother, the Waba from the branch of GMS here in Chicago, coming right back at you with a little lesson in LA. Much is going on. November 1st is right around the corner, and they talking about shutting down the SNAP and EBT. I think it goes out to about 40 million people, maybe 50 million people. And also the government shutdown. And there's a few other things that I can talk about. I think if I'm not mistaken, Amazon then laid off anywhere between 14,000 and 30,000 people. And then that doesn't even go along with what happened, between April, May, and June, or probably July, with about 300 or so thousand so-called black women losing federal jobs. So you got to think about it. A lot of hell is going on, but the whole point that I'm trying to get at with this is, ain't no more work here. Hey, everything is shutting down. It's just a matter of time. But with that, man, let me sit up here and this is USA Today, U.S. breaking news. It says politics. It says government shutdown, latest senators scramble as SNAP benefits set to expire for the first time. It says standalone bills meant to address shutdown pains points such as expiring funding for food stamps and military pay have continued to fail. And then this is this article is by Zachary Shamel, Bart Jensen, and Joey Garrison, U.S. Today. It was updated, October 29, 2025, which was yesterday at 8 p.m. And I'm just going to read a little bit of it, and then I'm going to grab a few scriptures. It says, Washington funding for the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, commonly known as food stamps, will lapse on November 1st. The first time in the program's 60-year history as the consequences of the government shutdown spread across the country. That shutdown, man, is causing a lot of problems, and it's going to cause even more problems. You got to understand, here it is, your politicians are getting paid their checks, but everybody else ain't getting paid their shit. What type of shit does what type of sense does that make? This country just look, hey man, this is a country this country should be known as take it up the rear. Because you motherfuckers don't fight for shit. You're weak. You don't fight for nothing. You continuously let this government fuck you over. But hey, it is what it is, man. But at some point, the floodgates are going to open. But with that, this is a few more scriptures. A few more part of this. A little bit more of this article. That's why the lawmakers have started proposing more standalone bills that, while not capable of fully reopening the government, will address the crisis' biggest pain points, from the SNAP impasse to the widespread concern over military pay. And that's another thing. Military, federal government, SNAP, a lot of this stuff, man, this is going to have a big effect at some point on a lot of people. A big effect. So with that, man, hey, look, man, it's just a matter of time for all hell to break loose. And we hoping and praying that, hey, with what's about to happen with this program with the food stamps, what's about to happen with the program with the government shutting down, these people not getting paid, it's just a matter of time for fools lose their mind. What did Gerald Celente always say? When people have nothing to lose, they lose it. And at some point, that's what's going to happen. And this is all this is orchestrated. All this is an orchestrated thing by the elites, man. You got their puppets doing their part. But this is orchestrated by the elites because they want that order out of chaos. But with that, man, let me sit up here and grab a few scriptures. And the first one I want to sit up here and grab was Habakkuk? Because we standing on our watch. Habakkuk is the first one. We standing on our watch, telling people what's about to happen, man. Because this shit is about to happen. This is Habakkuk 2:1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon a tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. What's the tables? This Bible, the scriptures. The prophecies are popping off the page, man. You got to be blind not to see them. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come and it will not tarry. And look, from the apostles on down, have been out there on the highways and byways. And when YouTube came up, when the internet came up, they got on the internet and been preaching this truth and been letting people know all the hell that's about to happen. And in a minute, it's gonna be too late, man. You know. And when all hell break loose, ain't nobody gonna be out there preaching, telling you to get your ass right. The scripture's gonna be off the internet, man, because they're gonna shut that down because they're gonna have to. You know. Ain't nobody gonna be sitting up here trying to reprove you fools, man. And we've been sitting up here trying to tell you, you know, the apostles, what, 40 years? You know, 40 plus. But hey, is not gonna tarry, man. And what that means is people sitting up here thinking that this shit ain't gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You know? Martial law. Jacob's trouble, which means Jacob's trouble means that you so-called black Latinos and Native Americans are going to catch hell at some point. Bad, tough. It started now. Along with the other nations, don't get me wrong, the other nations are going to catch hell too, but Jacob's trouble is right there. Jacob's trouble means that, hey, you so-called black Latinos and Native Americans are about to catch a big foot up the ass. All these things are coming. And this right here, this EBT shit, snap. The federal government shut down. A lot of people losing jobs. Amazon laying off about 30,000 people. And so forth and so on. How long you think it's going to be before people lose their goddamn mind? It's about to happen. This is Isaiah 19. Isaiah, what is that? Isaiah 19. It's a little bit further down. There's Isaiah 19. Here it is. This is Isaiah. Well, I'm gonna start at 14. This is Isaiah 19 and 14. The Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err every work thereof, as a drunken man staggering in his vomit. And what is that saying? That perverse spirit, man. That mingling of the perverse spirit. Everything that these motherfuckers say and do backfires, man. It backfires in their face. That's what's happening. Trump just says a whole bunch of shit, and then all of a sudden you look like a fool, man. It's backfiring in his face, you know? So much is going on, man, and ain't no one paying attention to the shit that motherfuckers are angry. That's the whole point, man. Motherfuckers are angry. All the lies that you've told, everything that you said, people are recognizing them and calling you out on your bullshit. And mostly it's Edomites on Edomites. When you read up, it's talk about when you read up in Isaiah 19, between 19, and 19 and 2, it says the Egyptians against the Egyptians. You know, when you go in Psalm 64, it says it will cause their own mouths to fall upon themselves. Edomites are tricking on each other now. You know, they because these motherfucking Americans, man, the hardcore, the Southern boys, and all these other motherfucking rednecks, they getting pissed off because a lot of them seeing the bullshit, and they seeing their country is falling apart and going down. How long you think it's gonna be, man, before they get pissed off and start doing shit? But guess who they gonna come at first? Jakes, because these motherfucking devils love to blame you, Jakes, for everything that's fucked up in their world. You know, everything. Is Isaiah 19 and 15. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. And there you go. Doesn't matter, man. Doesn't matter if you at the top or at the bottom. It doesn't matter, man. Ain't no be gonna work, man. They trying to put AI in front of everything, or replace everybody with robots. You know how many robotic calls I get a day at work now? I never got this many in my life before. I get anywhere between 5 and damn 10 every day at work. It's not even a live person that you can talk to anymore when you call these places. And if you do try to talk to a live person, how long does it take to get to one? 30 minutes? 40 minutes? You see your world is colliding and crashing down all around you. You go into what? Walmart and a lot of these goddamn stores, and it's you got the pay by yourself. There's no cashier, automated tellers, or whatever you want to call them. When you go into places like what is that? Xfinity, some of the stores. When you go into McDonald's, guess what? Now you sit up here and put your food in on one of the kiosks. You got very few workers in the back. Is anyone recognizing this? The work is leaving. This place is failing. And people too stupid to see it. And now you got all these women crying on the internet about, hey, food stamps and all that other stuff, because Big Daddy sit up here and made you make a fool of yourself. You know, here it is. You got rid of the man out the house. And you want to make Esau, the so-called white man, your father, your daddy, your husband. You didn't want a black man, a so-called black man, that is. You know, you want to lay up on your ass and don't do shit, and don't sit up here and say I'm independent and don't have to answer to nobody, have all a bunch of children, and now guess what? You're about to pay the price for it. You know? And good for you, man. So with that, let me sit up here and go, you know what? Let me go back to Isaiah. Let me go to Isaiah 30. You know, what is that? You know what? Hey, Isaiah 30:1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. And that's our people, man. You know, they don't trust in the Lord. They don't go to the Lord. They're rebellious as hell. They don't want to listen. Men been telling you shit for 4 decades, and you ain't listened to none of it. Not one goddamn word. You know? Covering of a covering. That means you following the doctrine of this world. You ain't trying to follow the Lord. Sin upon sin. Doing everything, crab boils, shrimps, celebrating holidays. You know, adulterous. You don't listen to shit. But it says Isaiah 30:2 that walk to go down into Egypt and have not strengthened at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh. My fault. It says that walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. In Egypt, it's not talking about Egypt of old. It's talking about America, a.k.a. Babylon the Great, spiritual Sodom in Egypt. Because this place takes on all the customs and mimics all the customs and all fucked up shit of Egypt and Sodom. Egypt, we was in hardcore bondage. Idol worship. When you go into Sodom and Gomorrah, total sexual immorality, pedophilia, and all sorts of nonsense. And America is full of it. But here's the point. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt be your confusion. And there you go. And a lot of people sit up here trusting, and now look at you women. Crying, shedding tears. Now you got to pay the price. Now you got to suffer for it. You didn't want to listen. You didn't want a man. I could do bad by myself. You only live once. Life a bitch, or life's a beach. Get a divorce. I've seen all sorts of shit, man, over the years that'll make you fucking sick. But that's what our people do. And now you're about to pay the price. Now it's time to pay the piper, as they say. You know? Now I'm sitting up here looking at YouTube and women talking about selling pussy. You've been doing that for years already. But you want to legalize it. Oh, man, oh, man. Man, oh, man. And like, in a moment, y'all ain't going to have to sell it. Motherfuckers just going to take it. And you know what? You're going to be dealing with it. Because what you going to do? You know, it was a video, a brother sit up here. It was a guy and a woman. They were having a conversation. And he asked her, hey, if I was the only man on earth, would you have sex with me? And she said no. He said, if it's just me and you, I could just take it. He said, who going to stop me? You know what? There's going to be a lot of people in those days to come. You know, pure hell is coming here, people. And y'all just don't, you know, and y'all don't believe, what's the saying? Y'all don't believe fat meat's greasy. You know, my grandmother used to say that all the time. Fat meat's greasy. Motherfucker don't believe it until it happens. Till that ass get whooped. Then you come to realize, damn. You know? This is Jeremiah 30 and 7. Because this was coming. It says, you know what, I'll read 6. Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man? Let me read that again. It says Jeremiah 30 and 6. Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. It's a question. You know, it's comparing you to having a birth pains like a woman. It says, wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned to paleness, fear, pain, suffering. You know, it's comparing you to what a woman feel. Now, as far as the fear is concerned, that's one thing. But as far as that pain is concerned, when women give childbirth, you know, that's another. You know, I can only imagine, you know. But it says, Jeremiah 30, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, for he shall be saved up out of it. And the reason I get all these things, you got to understand, with the government shut down, with the EBT and the SNAP, these people are going to lose their minds if they can't feed their kids, if they can't feed themselves, you know. And then you know what, 3 to 5 days before they start what? Not only going and trying to go after other people's stuff, but if it gets too grim, they're going to start eating their own children. And cannibalism is coming back. It's in the Bible all over. You know, Lamentations. You know, if you go into 2nd Esdras, I think chapter the 15th or the 16th chapter, somewhere toward the end. You know, all that stuff is coming, people. You've been warned, and you ain't listening. A lot of you, and it's gonna be too damn late, man. You've been getting warned. The trumpet is being blown, man. It says, where did I want to go? Actually, you know what? Let me go to Lamentations. I got another spot that I want to go to, but I'm going to go to Lamentations first. This is Lamentations 4 and 9, because since I brought it up, it says, they that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. For these pine away, stricken through for the wants of the fruits of the field. So, hey, it's better to be killed with a sword. What's the modern day sword? Gun. Hey, it's better to be shot to death, man, than to sit up here and want to, than to feel hunger. Hunger is a slow, agonizing death. If you ain't getting no food, it's a slow, agonizing pain, and death is torturous. Your body eating itself from the inside, you know. So, hey, what they say, hey, it's better be shot up with the gun. It says, Lamentations 4 and 10, the hands of the pitiful women have sodden their own children. They were their meat in the destruction of the people of my, in the destruction of the daughter of my people. So there you are. Sodden means boiled. They boiling their own children, man. You know, due to the fact of lack of food. And all that's about to come, man, that a cannibalism about to come back in a great way. And a lot of people about to witness it and be a part of it. Whether you're a part of it or doing it, or were you part of the menu? You know, it's coming back. You know, but all these things could all stem from this EBT, from the government shutdown. It seems like we say, this devil is coming with great wrath because he knoweth that he have but a short time, man. They got to get it started. And that's Revelations 12 and 12, part of it. You know, but we rejoicing. We're happy. We're glad, man, because the quicker this devil does what he does, and we're talking about the so-called white man, the quicker it is for the kingdom to come in, which every brother, the elect, is waiting for. I'm tired of getting up and going to work. I'm tired of listening to fools that are halfway younger than me and don't know shit and think they know something. You know? I'm tired of these pains and aches that's in my body, man. You know? And also as a brother, man, you know, I want to see my brothers, man, smiling and happy and rejoicing in the kingdom, man. Us having fun and us at rest and at peace. And I can't wait. You know, I ain't gonna go no further. Hey, you know what? I was gonna. I'll go to one more scripture real quick. Let me go here. We'll go to Ecclesiasticus. Salakia. Not Ecclesiasticus, second Esdras. Second Esdras, what is it? Is it 16? I think it's 16. Give me a second. Salakia, bro. Let me go down second Esdras 16. It's either 15 or 16. I could be wrong. It says, here you go. I'm going to really get to the point. You know what? I'm going to start at 70. This is 2 Esdras 16 and 70. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection opposing those that fear the Lord. And that's going to be the elect, man. You know, everybody going to be coming at us. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. Like I said, the elect, man, they're going to be coming hard at some point, man, in the future. You know, and it's coming. You see a lot of people talking shit, 2/3 talking shit. See a lot of people talking a lot of shit, man, when it comes to the Israelites. A whole bunch of videos is coming up, man, people really coming at us, you know. And good, man. Keep it coming, man, because we want it to happen. We ready. For they shall waste it. This is 2 Esdras 16 and 72. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold and fire. And here's the point I really want to make. It says, hear, O ye, my beloved, saith the Lord, thy power. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. And this is what we want, man. This is what, no, well, we want this to come, but the Lord said he got us, man. Point blank, period, man. The Lord said he got us, man. Hey, I got you. He says, be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for Yahweh is your guide. You know, and that's the whole point, man. Yeah, there you go. That's what I want to grab. It says, be ye not afraid, nor neither doubt, for Yahweh is your guide, man. And that's the whole point I want to get. The Lord got us, man. The Lord is going to guide us in the times that are ahead. Jacob's trouble, civil war, all the stuff, nation against nation. All these things are about to happen, man. You know, and whether you believe it or not, who gives a shit? All these things are about to happen. It's just a matter of time, you know. So with that, hey, look. Hey, brothers, keep staying prayed up, man. We almost up out of this motherfucker, man. We see the writing on the wall. We see Jacob's trouble. We see the, what is that, with the EBT, the government shutdown, man. Things could start up and get to rolling real fast in a hurry. You know, we'll see what November, well, you know, we'll see what after November 1st does. We'll see where it goes. So with that, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to those apostles and elders from Great Millstone who teach and rule well. A lot of respect to you brothers out there on the highways and byways preaching this truth around the four corners of the earth. It's how it takes to the hopeful that you guys may be sealed sooner. With that, I always say stay prayed up, brothers. Pray for each other because we're almost up out of here. So with that, I'd like to say Kwam Yasharella and a Bob a Ball and Anyaha Batham Malakim. Shalom.